Hello guys, what's up? So we have something to look into it. So I've done a bunch of Moon Knight videos in the past as well, but we actually never tried the swap and stuff. So I've been hearing that the M'Baku swap to cancel for ABL specifically is better compared to if you go with someone like Shuri strikers with your tier 4 Moon Knight. So this is how the build looks like. I'm gonna show you, and we'll compare the two runs today. He has eight of his blessings. So we'll compare the two runs today and see which one actually is stronger and which one actually you should play. So we'll see about that. So I'm using Shuri, and I do think that Shuri is gonna be the best fracture striker for ABL for him. I think there is a few more characters that can apply the fracture, but I just don't remember which are those actually characters. But anyways, I think that Shuri is probably gonna be the best if you want to go for that. And I literally have forgotten which are the other strikers. I believe that Captain Marvel with the villain uniform also applies fracture, and so I think Captain Marvel and Shuri might just be the best one. But again, Shuri is the new uniform. Some of the people don't have Captain Marvel's uniform, and that's it. We do have actually the 5-star artifact, which is great, is gonna help us a lot. And I got this from the Black Friday, so that's good. We have a CDP of Rage, and we have a mythic uniform with all of the uniform options. All the uniform options were really good. Moon Knight, in fact, was my first ever tier 4 in the game, so I'm still really happy that I'm still using Moon Knight. He has been super helpful. Although my cards suck in terms of physical attack, I only have 75% total physical attack on my cards. That is bad. Okay, like my energy attack is like 120, and I have the energy attack proc as well, but my physical attack sucks. For the rotation, it's quite simple: 3 cancel, 4 cancel, 5 of course, and then you can go into the 6 skill if you want to. 2 cancel 1 whenever you get the chance to. Try to avoid certain attack. Okay, try to do that. So we go like this, and then into the 6 skill, there is something I think that you can change if you want to increase your score a bit. So sometimes, when Surtur charges, if you are going to do your Transcend skill, and if Surtur charges, what you can do basically is that cancel your Transcend skill into the second skill. I think that will definitely increase your scores slightly. It's not humongous, but it definitely gives you a nice boost, when you get it right. And I think when you have like a mighty CDP, like a mighty rage, or I would say like a brilliant rage or something, I think you will see much better score gap. The main thing is to get this third skill proc 60% with the next rotation. There is a slight gap, like very small gap in Moon Knight's Transcend skill, so you can actually do that. For my M'Baku, actually I do have him right here. I do actually have his artifact, which is a 4-star artifact that we got basically for free from the vault, which is awesome. So we get extra 10% all attack and some ignore dodge. Also, M'Baku is the best for this day specifically. 30% physical attack leadership and 45% damage dealt to villains, lead and a support for Moon Knight. So he does well. Let's just go compare the two runs, and let's decide if the swap is better or you should just go full Moon Knight solo. So first of all, I have the swap play. So for swap play, you want to of course get max buff from your tier 4 striker for Moon Knight. So I'm using my tier 4 Iron Meta striker, and we will switch to M'Baku around the roar times just to cancel. And of course, so we can. I actually found this one to actually be working really well for me. So sometimes, when Surtur jumps in the first rotation, you're not able to get enough damage with the Transcend skill. 2 cancel Transcend skill actually works pretty nicely. At least for now, I've gotten him to rush right before that a lot of times. So basically what you want to do is just use your Transcend skill, use your tier 4 skill as well, and then swap to M'Baku. Easy cancel with the 4 skill, swap back and continue the run. That's how you want to play with this guy. There's one more thing: if you are not able to cancel the roar properly with M'Baku, also consider getting maybe a ignore dodge obelisk for him. It also works like a 1-star obelisk. Even a 2-star obelisk will work as long as you have ignore dodge. Or also what you can do is maybe take him to level 70. I think level 70 probably is going to be the safest option, so that he's probably not going to miss any attacks at all. So you can actually try that. Now we get this buff, which is not bad, but sadly he moved at the wrong time. And we of course missed the proc from the third skill because of the Transcend skill as well. So you're not always gonna get the proc. This is how it goes, and as weird it is, you are gonna miss stuff around here for sure. I should have been around 5 million if I got on the procs right, but I'm not because, well, I missed the proc from the third skill once. Moon Knight is crazy RNG as well, and I feel like, if January update is the mid-month patch for Black Panther, it could be possible that Black Panther might come and replace Moon Knight for Alliance Battle Legend. He's still the most versatile. He's still one of the best characters to use. Specifically, you can also try like Venom, but honestly, I would say Moon Knight scores are more consistent in my opinion, and he's much easier to use. Also, you can also use like a Mighty Energy or something on him and still use him in World Boss Legend. So you got a bunch of options, and Moon Knight does give you a lot of options to go with. So I would definitely say that Moon Knight is much of a safer option compared to Venom, because yes, you can build Venom, but you need Rage. That's like the best thing. And I think Moon Knight has more stages compared to Venom as well. Specifically that Mephisto 79 or whatever it is, or I think Null it was, and he needs energy to do that. Rage is really hard on those stages, but he works, and even if he gets replaced in the future, well, you can still use energy on him, That's probably the best part about Moon Knight. This run, by the way, was not really a good run. I barely got, I'm not sure, like, look at that. I'm missing everything. I messed up the last rotation, whatever. So this was a really bad run, but this is not the score. I was able to get 6.91 million with the swap. Okay, that's how it is. Now let me show you the solo. For solo, I have a tier 3 Shuri. As you can see, we have the tick mark on the tier 4 skill, and Shuri will be cancelling the roar for us. And you can see it does work, the 2 cancel transcend skill. So you can try it out if you want to. Yes, we will get less buff from Shuri now, and you can see my score has already dropped slightly. I was about over 800k easily with the previous rotation, with the previous team up, because of the max buff. So it does actually happen, and you have to be careful about when you use Shuri, because Shuri's fracture applies very close to, it only applies for like a second and a half or something, maybe like 2 seconds, maybe max, so you gotta be careful how you use it. I'm gonna use a second skill right here. You can do this if you want to save time. I think that's better for you to increase your scores if you want to try that. So that actually works out. But we'll see how much we can actually score with this team up. I do think that both the runs can be improved, this run and that run as well. And I do think that, of course, the RNG involved with Moon Knight can really make it hard to calculate, or I would say, analyze how much score increase you're actually getting from this thing. Anyways, we're at 2.6 million at this time. I wish if I had a Mighty Rage, that would have been insane. I've seen people getting over 8 million with Moon Knight with normal Rage. But that is mainly like, of course, 6-star artifact and everything, and good amount of physical attack. At least you need about 115 around physical attack if you want to score 8 million plus with Moon Knight. Of course, a lot of Odin's blessings as well. Now, I don't know why I did not use the tier 4 skill there, which was kind of stupid. I should have just used it. But anyways, I'm going to use the transcend skill. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead. Of course, I missed it. So I did lose some damage right there. We are at 4.676. Still, we are around the same score as we had. The bad thing about this is that you have to hold your tier 4 skill for the roars, or you have to hold your rotations for the roar. Otherwise, he will not cancel, and he starts moving as well. So there are a few things that can be improved, of course, in this run, but this overall was not a bad run and definitely can be improved. I'm gonna go for this. The balls can be hard to deal with at times, but it's alright as long as you get the procs. You're never gonna get like the perfect run with Moon Knight unless you try at least 10-20 runs maybe, unless you get like a really good score on an early run. That's how it is. So anyways, that's how it goes. So we have it, we activate it, we get the second buff. We are at 5.8 million. So usually with certain characters it's about a million or 1.5 million increase from this. Now it depends on the character as well. Like Magneto and like Black Bolt literally can make like 2 million plus with that phase easily literally 2 million plus. And this run we are gonna be ending up around 6.88, exactly the same score as swap. Both the runs can be improved. So I do think that you can just do anything. Just play solo if you want to, but you will need, I think, either Shuri as a striker with the new uniform, or maybe Captain Marvel villain uniform with the fracture. Yes, don't try to use Gambit. He's not Justice Instinct, so you will need that. So you can try that. Or if you want to try M'Baku, you can also try the swap play. But I do feel that people say that swap play is better. Maybe if you have like a better RNG, Moon Knight also is RNG. And of course, my physical attack sucks on the card, so I need to work on the cards as well. But all in all, you can play however you want, swap or solo. He will still perform with any team up, any what is that? The play style that you play, and whichever you feel comfortable with. You can also try swap if you give a better score. I'll let you guys know if I get a better score for that as well. Let me know what you think about the video, and as always, if you do enjoy the content, I hope to see you again. Take care. I'll see you all in the next one. Well, waiting for Black Panther Tier 4, maybe January. Let's see. Take care.